When I was 15 years old, I learned through a high school genetics lab that the man on my birth certificate, my dad who raised me, was not my biological father, and he could never, ever know. My project, Ethics for Human Subjects, tells the story of misattributed parentage in the moment and aftermath of discovery. Over 30 million people have taken a DNA test. 2.5% of children are adopted, and somewhere between 4 and 10% of fathers are raising children who they mistakenly think are theirs. While my project is a novel, it is also in essence a case study of fractured identities, of the spectrum that lies between the innate desire to know one's biological family and the sincere reluctance to make those connections. On a craft level, I explore how mixed genre literature, performativity, and perspective can effectively represent the trauma that occurs in these moments of discovery through the telling of the story of three main characters. Catey Madrone, a fictionalized version of myself, is a precocious, science-minded outsider, a late bloomer, who writes letters and theatrical performances to cope with anxiety. Through interviewing family members and exploring artifacts, I was able to fill in the blank pages of a world of family secrets. Sasha Vale is based on interviews with the sister who I found at age 30. A well-grounded elementary school teacher in Portland, Oregon, she has always known of her adoptive status. A hefty folder of primary documents from the adoption agency and her biological parents helped me to tell her story. Finally, Kimbo St. Pierre, an actor and lighting technician in Olympia, Washington, does not become aware of being adopted until they take a DNA test at age 41, which also reveals an ethnic identity that it was not what they expected, sparking a journey for deeply buried roots. Kimbo is a composite character based on stories shared with me through a DNA Surprises group. Catey, Sasha, and Kimbo each grapple with what biology means in terms of their identities. Their stories tackle the following research questions. What catalysts tend to spark searches or refusals of genetic connections? How does the age of discovery impact the experience? What happens to relationships between family members who learn of a loss of genetic connection? What is the mental and physical toll of keeping secrets? And finally, how much of our being is tied to biology and how much is dependent on environment? Learning your genetic background is not what you expected can be a damaging and revelatory event for all parties involved. This project aims to contribute to the healing of families who struggle with such situations. Thank you.